What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today we're coming to you from Kuala Lumpur with 26 things for you to do while visiting here. Let's go. First up, here we are in Bukit Bintang. Now, Bukit Bintang is one of the more famous, popular areas. They have nightlife, great restaurants. Also, you'll notice many high-end luxury hotels as well as some cheaper accommodation. Some of the most happening nightlife and entertainment can be found right here in Bukit Bintang. If it is your first time to Kuala Lumpur, I would highly recommend you stay close to this area or KLCC, which we'll show you a little later on. And one of the main reasons is the food street, Jalan Alor, right here. So at night, especially on the weekends, this is a sea of people with tons of restaurants, exotic foods. If you love to try exotic foods from Malaysia especially, you're gonna find that right here. It's like a fusion of Chinese, Malay, some Indian, and other international cuisines you can even find right here along Jalan Alor. It's really a happening place, probably the most happening place in all of KL. You'll find lots of barbecue. You'll also find plenty of fruit beverages, also local fruits like durian and jackfruit, which works out great for you vegans or vegetarians, but shawarma, lots of shawarma here in Kuala Lumpur. And the famous mall here is called the Pavilion. It's probably one of the best malls in all of KL. They've got a big fountain outside. They've got this Times Square kind of screen also. Many different designer brands, but people come here for the ambiance, the feeling that it creates just being here. I would say this is like the Times Square of KL. There are many different malls across the city, so get used to going to malls while you're here. Now, if you're into nightlife, you're going to go to Chenkat, and here you're going to find many different bars and pubs, clubs, live music. This is really the best place for nightlife. There's two places. One's down there by the central area, and this one here, Chenkat. I just recommend this one because it's right next to Jalan Alor in Bukit Bintang. On the weekdays, this place does get going, but really on the weekends, it ramps up. I would recommend not trying to bring the Grab directly to here in the evening time or even fetching the Grab from this location because traffic getting in and out of here sometimes can take 40 to 45 minutes. So it goes at a snail's pace. So try to move a little bit further outside of Chenkat or Jalan Alor when you're getting your Grabs or your taxis. Oh, let me clarify something for some of you newbies out there. Grab is the Uber or Lyft of Southeast Asia, in case you did not know that. So download the app and set up an account before arrival. Here we are looking at the monorail. This is another great way to get around the city, although slow. The monorail can help save some money and get you around some of that Kuala Lumpur traffic that does exist, and it connects to the trains. Another popular thing to do while here is go to the Petronas Towers. Now, the Petronas Towers are two very tall twin towers. They used to be the tallest buildings in the world. They're now not even the tallest buildings in Kuala Lumpur. They're actually the third tallest because there's two new buildings that are even taller. You can actually go to the top of the observation deck at the towers and the sky bridge for around 20 US dollars. That's about 98 Malaysian ringgit. So it is worth it. Now here we are at KLCC. This is a park. There's also a mall area. So KLCC is the area that surrounds the Petronas Towers, and it's a scenic area to hang out, relax. Probably the best time to be at Petronas and KLCC is around sunset. Now here we are at Tian Hu Temple. This is a beautiful Buddhist temple. You can see it's very large from the air. So if you're looking for some cultural experience, this here temple is very beautiful to take pictures, walk around, and experience some of that culture with the Buddhists. We have arrived at Chinatown. This here is Jalan Petaling. In case you didn't know, anytime you see the word Jalan, that just means street. So Jalan Petaling means Petaling Street. And we're in Chinatown here. You'll find shopping, lots of Chinese restaurants, very delicious. This is a good place to go at lunchtime. You're gonna see lots of people trying to sell you stuff, and you can get some really good deals here in Chinatown. As you may have noticed, it was raining in some of these scenes. I'm here in July. That is rainy season, so if you arrive in the months of June, July, August in KL, be ready for rain, so bring the umbrella. But because KL is so hot, I actually don't mind a little bit of rain occasionally. Now here we are at Batu Caves. This is a Hindu temple, so you saw the Buddhist temple, now you're seeing the Hindu temple. Now, Batu means stone or rock, and so these are basically the rock caves. You go up these stairs that are now painted in the colors of a rainbow. You'll see the big golden deity out front, that statue, and you ultimately walk up and you're in these caves. Once you get up to the top, you can look up and see through the roof up into the sky. It's quite interesting to see this mountain here that kind of towers above Kuala Lumpur with this temple structure. So really a cool place to hang out. And there's also other caves down below where they have some animals and a koi fish pond. Another observation deck where you can get great views is the Menara Tower. This is a lot older than the Petronas Towers or some of the new tall towers that they have. So try and go up here if you're looking for a awesome experience getting 360-degree views. If you get a chance, try and walk across the Saloma Bridge. You can see it's very colorful, especially at night. Here we are at the Genting Highlands. Now we're a mile high. That means we're 5,600 feet, that's 1,800 meters. We're quite high when you get up here. Now, it doesn't snow in Malaysia, but you get the idea. It's going to be a lot cooler up here. You're definitely going to need a jacket, so bring that when you come up here because in the evenings it does get brisk. They have gambling, Resorts World up here. Also, some amusement parks. They have a cable car ride that you can take also through the clouds. It's really a beautiful place up here and a lot cooler than Kuala Lumpur in terms of temperature. It does take about 2 hours to get up here, so take that into consideration when hailing a taxi or a Grab. Here we are now at the Perdana Botanical Gardens. Now this is a nice place to go in the morning time or the evening. There's a lake here. So if you're looking for a relaxing place to get some exercise right in the heart of the city, do check out the Perdana Botanical Garden. It is free all year long, and you can walk through the orchid garden, the hibiscus garden, and that does require a payment of 1 ringgit on weekends. It opens at 9 in the morning and closes at 6 p.m. This here is a look at the KL Bird Park. Now the ticket price here is around 85 RM. That comes out to around $18 per adult. Children are a little bit cheaper, but here you'll find a wide variety of birds. I actually love going to bird parks, something I didn't used to do. But when I first went to the Kuala Lumpur Bird Park, then I went to the Singapore Bird Park, I was like, this is cool because some of these birds you'll see are really amazing birds. And the KL Bird Park is really close to the Botanical Gardens as well as this here Butterfly Garden. So you can do all three in the same day and soak up some of that tropical jungle vibes because these Bird Park, Botanical Garden, and the Butterfly Garden, very lush. And it feels good. It's a nice experience, especially early in the morning or early afternoon. Also, if you guys are new here and you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video as we continue to show you around Kuala Lumpur. Also, consider watching some more of our other videos from Malaysia. We got Langkawi and Penang, so if you're going to Malaysia, definitely watch that, as well as our Singapore video. But let's keep this tour going. And the ticket price to get in here is around 18 RM per adult. That's around $5, $6 per adult, and then $3 per child. Now here we are at the TRX Mall and Rooftop Park. This just opened about 8 months ago. So you can come here and check out this new mall with the rooftop park. You can see up here on the roof, walking around. Really a cool place to hang out in the evening, people watch, or just relax. Go for a stroll. This is called TRX Exchange, next to the second tallest building in Kuala Lumpur. Now when I went there, I tried to go to the top of the TRX building because it's so cool, it looks awesome, right? But they said there is no observation deck. I said, well, what are they going to use it for? I guess it's going to be used for offices, office space. But either way, you can still go up to the rooftop, walk around. This is really close to Bukit Bintang also. Now here we are at the Brick Fields, also known as Little India. So it's a cultural experience that you can have. Walking around Little India. Feels like you're in India at the same time you're in Kuala Lumpur, because as you know, Malaysia is a mix between Chinese, local Malay, indigenous people, and then Indian migrants as well. So you have three different ethnicities that come together here in Kuala Lumpur. And there is a nice Hindu temple right next to Chinatown actually. This is Sri Maha Mariamman, and they just renovated it, so it's a really cool Hindu temple to go to. Kuala Lumpur does offer city tour buses, like hop on hop off bus, so if you're looking to do a tour like this, really effective way to see the city for the first time in 1 or 2 days depending on the pass you buy. Now here we are at Merdeka Square. This is actually Independence Park. There's a nice mosque nearby. So as you can see, Malaysia or Kuala Lumpur is really a blend of three main religions. You have Buddhism, you have Islam, and you have Hindu. Merdeka Square is another place that I would recommend going in the evening time, just after sunset or just before sunset. And then you can walk from Merdeka Square easily to Chinatown. Also, there's a central market, which we'll show you now. So if you really do like shopping not at modern malls, then Central Market is perfect because you're going to find some of that quality souvenir stuff that you came to Malaysia looking for, more than likely. So you'll find rugs, silks, other types of souvenirs and trinkets, and that all can be found here at the Central Market, or you can go to Chinatown where you'll also find more goods. But Central Market is really where you want to go, especially up on that second level. There's also a Katsuri historical cultural walk right next to the Central Market that you can check out as well. For those of you looking to cool off, you can go to Sunway Lagoon Water Park. Definitely recommend this for those of you with families and kids. Also, something I did here was get a haircut and a gentleman's facial. Obviously, if you're a woman, you would get female self-care. But either way, doing something fun like this, for me, it was interesting. I did ear candling, I did a facial, and a unique head massage. These are things you wouldn't get in your home country, at least not in my country of the USA. Another thing that I recommend is riding the train, but this one in particular is the KLIA Express. This is the train that will take you to the airport quite efficiently, faster than a taxi even, and it's more affordable than a taxi or Grab, so consider the KLIA Express to the airport. Another thing I enjoy when I come here is getting hotels with rooftop pools, whether it be the Aloft or any of the hotels across the city. You can get great views overlooking the skyline while you're sitting in an infinity pool, so this is something to add to your list. There are some beautiful mosques here in KL, including the Putra Jaya Mosque. This one's a bit outside of the city, about 30 to 35 minutes. But then inside the city, they also have the National Mosque of Malaysia, which you may find interesting and want to visit. That is also nearby the Central Station, Botanical Garden, and the Bird Park, so you can do all of that in the same day. And that's a wrap from Kuala Lumpur. Watch our Bangkok or Penang video next.